This is my that I'm teaching today, and it's a set of 2 Christmas cards. They are fancy fold cards, and they are called a double gatefold card. So when you open the card, it's as if you are opening a gate, so that they both open from the middle, and they've got this extra flap here, which is why it's called a double gatefold card. So you can see we've got a floral cluster here, we've got our gold title or our sentiment, Christmas time, we've got our little extra picture on the front, and then when we open out, this is where you can write a message here, and if you turn the card over, there's a lovely patterned paper on the back. We're going to make 2 of these designs. They're both very similar, but just using some different papers. They open out the same way, and papers on the back of the card. I'm going to take you step by step through the process of how to create these cards. But before I do, I wanted to let you know about my free printables library. So this is over on my website at www.papercraftsecrets.com.au, and this is the home page of my website. I wanted to draw your attention to this section over here where it says download free printables. There is a free printables section on my website that you can sign up for. It doesn't cost anything. You can pop your name and your email address in here, and then you will receive a password. The password you can take. You can either click down here for free stuff, or you can go up to the top where it says free printables. You can take that password and type that password in, and then you have access to the free printables section of my website. And here you'll see like a free Christmas shopping list, a class on how to make a vintage card, some Women's Day tags, how to make a small gift box. We've got sketches, sentiments, there's some scrapbooking sketches, there's some card making sketches, there's some planner pages you can print out, there's different types of sentiments, and this is all free. So you can see here there's lots and lots of different classes. A lot of these link to a video, so you can watch the video and create along with the class. You can print out the instructions or the printables. So my special giveaway for this summit is just to let you know about my free printable library on my website, and I encourage you to join my email list, and then you'll have access to all my free printables, and as I add more to the library, you'll have access to the new printables as well. So that's enough now about the free printables section. Let's get on to creating our cards today. So our very first step is to take a piece of 12 by 12 inch cardstock. We're going to cut this to 12 by 5 inches. If you wanted to make 2 cards in this process, you could easily cut 2 12 by 5 inch pieces of cardstock to create 2 cards. So we measure at 5 inches and make our cut. Measure again at 5 inches and make our cut. This gives us 2 12 by 5 inch rectangles, and this is what we need for the base of our card. Our next step is to take our scoring board. We place our 12 by 5 inch rectangle along the top of our scoring board with the 12-inch side across the top. We're going to score at 1 inch. We're going to score at 3.5 inches. We're going to score at 8.5 inches. And we're going to score at 11 inches. Those measurements again. 1 inch, 3.5, 11 inches. Now it's time to fold our card. Our first fold is going to be a mountain fold. Our second fold is a valley fold. Third fold is a valley fold. And our fourth fold is a mountain fold. So we have our double gate fold card opening out like a gate. Let's do that again. Fold is a mountain fold. Stands up like a mountain. Our second fold is a valley fold. Mountain, valley. Our third fold is a valley fold. Our last fold is a mountain fold. When you open it like this, you can see mountain, valley, valley, mountain. There's our 2 base cards. To create these cards, I'm working with the Mintay Papers Time of Wonders collection. This is a 6 by 6 inch scrapbooking paper pad. Inside it has lots and lots of beautiful Christmas papers. But you can use any papers to create this card. We're going to use these papers to decorate our Christmas card. For the inside of my cards, I've chosen a green piece of paper and a gold piece of paper. And I'm going to cut both of those to 4 7/8 by 4 7/8. So just cutting there at 4 7/8. 4 7/8. And then repeating that same process on my gold piece. Now I'm going to add some glue to the back of those cards and then paste them down onto the base of my card. Positioning them equally so that we have a border all around the edge of the card. And there we go. That is the middle section of our card. We want to cut another piece of paper measuring 4 7/8 by 4 7/8 for the back of our card. We can choose busy paper for the back because we're not going to be writing a message on the back. So cutting that again at 4 7/8. 4 7/8. And 7/8 by 4 7/8. Add some glue to the back and positioning that in the middle of the card. Now we have the inside and the back finished. We're going to continue on with the sides of our card. Think about what colours you would like to see on these inside flaps. We're going to need 2 for the inside flaps. The measurement for the inside section of this rectangle here is 4 7/8 by 2 3/8. So for this card, I'm going to use the Christmas tree on either side. For this card, I'm just going to use a patterned piece of paper. So I'm going to cut my 4 7/8 first. And then I'll cut my 2 3/8. Now I need to choose papers for this part of the card here. These will be the same measurements as the ones that we've just cut. I'm using a patterned piece, so I can just make a simple cut at 4 7/8. I'll cut that again at 2 3/8. And again at 2 3/8. Time to glue those on now. Positioning them carefully with an even white border. Now we've only got these little flaps left to go. You might like to use some of your scraps for this cut because you've got some scraps here. The skinny rectangle measures 4 7/8 by 7 7/8. Let's glue those on. Now we just need another strip underneath that strip there. We now have all of the flaps and spaces in our card completely covered with beautiful paper. Now it's time to decorate the front section of our card. To do that, we're going to use the back of the front cover. You'll see that we have 4 different little designs here, little images in a square shape. We're going to cut those out for the front of our card. We need a piece of white cardstock to cut. We need a 3 1/8 by 3 1/8 inch square for the front of our cards. We're going to glue those pictures onto our white 3 1/8 inch squares. We're going to glue the other one to the back. These squares measure 3 inches by 3 inches. Now we're ready to attach them to our front cover. We're only going to glue them on one side so that it will stay on one side of the card, but it will not glue to the other side of the card. So place some glue on one strip here in the middle. Then place your square in the center of your card. So when it opens, it will open like that. These are looking beautiful. Now it's time to decorate our cards. I'm using some Prima flowers and some crinkled ribbon to decorate my cards. I've cut a bow from the crinkly ribbon and I've added it to the bottom of my card. And I've chosen 2 green flowers to embellish my card with. Now I'm going to glue all of those things down into the bottom left-hand corner of this square. A little bit of glue for the ribbon to go first, and then some more glue for the flowers. Some glue for the ribbon, and then the flowers. Now we're up to adding our sentiment. I'm using some Bloomer chipboard. For my sentiment. To adhere my sentiment, I like to use some sticky glue and with a paintbrush and just pop it on the back like that. The last section of my card is to use some gold Kinderglitz to decorate around the edges. We can go all the way around our white edges with this gold Kimi glitz to add some Christmas sparkle to our cards. I hope you enjoyed my class, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the summit. Don't forget to sign up for my free printables library at www.ecom.com.